This VW symbol is, yeah, this is her four elements. This is the four corners, her four corners, right? Her four corners mixing with the fifth, which is the four elements and his ether, yeah? In order to create life, to bring forth the nine, which is spirit. Spirit and matter, this is soul and spirit. Spirit and matter creates this magic. And you see, that's why they stuck it on the Volkswagen for. And what's Volkswagen? Powerful. They think they probably used it for wars and everything to create all sorts. You drive a Volkswagen car now, it's going to last you a long, long time. That's how it is. And I'll show you that now. This is the four corners, four elements, and then the five, which is the ether. And that is him. This is he. Penetrates the phallic with the center. Yeah. So, right. This is where at. So that is what it's going to tell you here. He's seated upon a cubic stone which bears the figure of an eagle. Again, the eagle. Yeah. Figure of an eagle. The man's legs are crossed. The cross. Yeah. Divest the body of all flesh. The skeleton would describe a triangle. The triangle is spirit, matter, and soul, surmounted by a cross. The X is 6, which is 6. Dominion over spirit over matter. See? Dominion over X is the spirit over matter. Right? Through sex. The helmet, and this is all. Look, when I've been teaching this, I see this is afterwards. This particular book. This happens all the time. Yeah? There is but one truth. The helmet worn is a symbol of authority. She's authority. In actual fact, it is the feminine that was the authority figure within nature. That is why it is inverted and backwards. That is how it is supposed to be. Yeah? That is what is supposed to be happening. Right? So, this is where we're at. So I just had to turn it off there. Right. So here, the helmet worn is a symbol of authority. The long full beard shows age, judgment, and maturity. Carried in the left hand is a sphere surmounted by a cross. This is a symbol of Venus, the goddess of love. The cube, now here we go. The cube upon which the man is seated is a symbol of four elements in nature. You see this cube here? The cube has always got 4. Yeah? But a cube has 12 lines. Yeah, and a UR is in a hypercube, 66, which is 6. Right, the cube upon which the man is seated is a symbol of the 4 elements in nature. Fire, earth, air, and water. You are to transmute these. This is why you see the earth, above the earth you have the water, which is why water is still 4. Still matter, still earth. But now you are working with your emotions, your emotional body. The emotional body's got to be right in order for the magnetism to start. Right, but in order for you to ascend into a higher being, right. So now you have these four elements here. The entire garb of man is that of protection. Therefore, the predominating idea expressed by the symbol is that of protection, the natural result of wisdom gained by experience. Yeah, and then through that you get protection. You get protection from this. Look, it's all there. This 5G equals 12. It's amazing. This 5G in occult numerology is 12. The frequency band they're going to use is 24 to 90, which is 69. Which is 6. Sex and spirit. You know, they're using sex and spirit to do that. That's how that is going to work. So they're standing in the light of the mother and father to try and use that in order to bring that through, because you don't know your divinity. That's how that works. Right, now the entire garb of man is of this protective. The entire garb of man is that of protection. Therefore, the predominating idea expressed by the symbol is that of protection, the natural result of wisdom gained by experience. Yep. Now, guess what? That leads us on to the 5th, which is he, the Pope, which is what I was saying here. Yeah. So she's the 4th, and then he is coming in as the 5th. Why is he the 5th? Because his ether, the counter space, the stillness, penetrates with the light in order to bring forth life by merging the sex of spirit and matter, and then you as the soul are born from that. As the soul, you're born from that, and that's why in a couple of we're going to have on the 2nd, I believe it was the 2nd. I think it might be tomorrow. Yeah, your Soul's Day. We are saying, look, we are souls. You're talking about 21st of the 12th. 21st of the 12th, 2019 equates to 9, by the way. I've done it in many other presentations. I'm not going to tell you, yeah, I'm going to tell you that something that is a point, a mega point of an alteration, of a changing of a guard, right? Yeah. Soul's Day is the second. The second is the swan. The second is her number. Again, our mother. The eagle, yeah, will give us clear vision because it flies above. It flies above. So it gives us that. But the Scorpio is, look at the Scorpio. We are in that time now. Spirit and matter. So you're going to be loyal at the same time as they're not going to put it with no shit. Right, that is how that works, right? So that is what you're doing here when you're working with spirit and matter. When she's the crone and she's Lilith, she's not going to put up with your crap. She's going to tease you and test you until you recognize what you are, yeah? And that is where your suffering comes in, and this is where your PG comes in, which is your pain gain, which is your 77, which is purgatory, yeah? That's how all that works. There is so much to go through, and it's just phenomenal. So that's that. That is that one, right? There's something I want to quickly cover because otherwise, there are bits and pieces. If you look at this, I was teaching you about I was teaching this, right? The 3 cones in your eyes, yeah, a erythrolabe, which is ER, yeah, and your cyanolabe. And then the other one, which is the blue light. These 3. And then the words are connected to the colours as well. Well, ER is erythro, which is RER, which is the red, which is your 9, yeah? Now, I was saying to you about the sensitive blue light here. The sensitive green light is the sensitive one. And the 555, and it's 6. Look, they are using it in your army. Optical radiation is a biological hazard for retina display, and the reason that this product is tested in risk assessed. 560 nanometers green part of the spectrum is used in this HUD system. Don't want to harm your assets. They are using, see, it's going to burn the eyes. You see, what this blue light does, they use this blue light and these, these LED lights, etc. that you spoke about a long time ago with the melanopsin and so on and so forth. Well, it's not just that, it's the ROS again. It's reactive oxygen species that it's getting in through your retina where you're pulling in your light. You see, your organic tech, you see. And so on the battlefields, they're using the 5G. Optical radiation. So he can't go into the battlefield without this green light. He has to see the green light. The green light is the most sensitive light. It promotes rest, stillness. It protects him from... It is protecting him from the electromagnetic frequencies, the wave effect on the battlefield. That he's using biological optical radiation, which is 5G. 5G, they're using it. And this green light, your mother, the green energy, protects you from it. So they protect their assets, you see? That protect asset. That's that one. And then look, this one, it just doesn't look very nice. But you see this here, this comes from the blood clumping. A long time ago, I used to speak about how the hydrogen works. What the hydrogen does, you see, is it goes straight into your blood. And what it does, it stops the blood from, it frees the cells, because the cells become clogged up through the EMFs, through the cooked food, through the hydroxyl oxygen reactive species. They become clogged up, and there's less space, less oxygen, less spaces for the plasma to communicate through the spaces in the cells. Yeah, so this is the result of it, and this is happening massively in Newcastle, Gateshead, where they're testing it on the people. Yeah, where they're testing the 5G on the actual people. Yeah, so that is that. And then you see, that's why they're always using this eagle, look. And this is your INRI. This equates is like iron. Yeah, pretty much. It's telling you in your blood is a fire. And if you access and use that fire correctly, you can transmute your state of being and become a superior being in this place. Yeah, and you see the spirit. There's a spirit there. And there's the 33, which is the 6. There's that. Yeah, so there's there's quite a few other things that I want to show. Some of the things I will probably not be able to show all of them. And I mean, this one here, it says, you must consider the whole part played by electricity in nature. Human beings cannot go on developing in the same. Now, this is not 1924, so they know how they're going to go about it, because they already did this previously with the Carrington, but they didn't have the electric then, so they couldn't. The plasma couldn't ground to it and attract to it and cause the ruptures that the plasma will cause, that this incoming plasma is going to cause here, right? You must consider the whole part played by electricity in nature. Human beings cannot go on developing in the same way in an atmosphere permeated on all sides by electric currents and radiations. It has an influence on the whole development of man. This life of men in the midst of electricity, remember, notably radiating electricity, RF radiation electricity, creating a heat, will presently affect them in such a way that they will no longer be able to understand the news which they receive so rapidly. So imagine when we give this knowledge to people, they can't even understand what I'm saying to them. And they laugh. They think that it's funny. Everything is a joke. When you have no soul, you think everything is a joke. You are going to be laughing all the way to the grave, and it's not going to be funny. It's never funny. See, the thing with ignorance, it is never funny when it lands, when it hits you in your face. Because you are ignorant, you will only realise it when it has already hit you, and that is the problem with being a fool. Yeah, if you are ignorant, you take knowledge for stupidity. You think knowledge is ignorance, and you think ignorance is knowledge, and it's a shame, terrible shame. But this is what they're doing to people. I've been saying it recently. The effect is to dampen down their intelligence. Such effects are already seen today. Even today, you can notice how people understand things that come to them with far greater difficulty than they did a few decades ago. Now, they don't understand anything. They think they do. This is black magic, because the information is there, but they look at the internet, many of them, and they think the internet is telling them they think the Ethernet is telling them some sort of lie. Yeah, because they have no intelligence. Because the level of knowledge and intelligence is gone. Because you cannot have it when you have no energy. All you can do when you have no energy is eat. Is try to eat. Because what you're doing is in that vicious circle of trying to find your energy again, but you have no knowledge. So you keep eating to try and get the energy that you keep losing from eating. Imagine that. Yeah, it's not even funny. It's actually terrible. It's a terrible scenario. So there's a few things, because I'm just going to pretty much, I was starting to talk about this like 2112 sort of thing. So if you see this here,
if we were to end with humor, then we make a mistake. Our sun will begin to emit such extreme amounts of radiation that the core of the earth will melt. That's the inside part of the orange, leaving the crust of our planet free to shift. In 1958, Professor Charles Hapgood named it Earth crust displacement. Albert Einstein did support it. People will get it all. The forces of Mother Nature will be so devastating, it will bring an end to this world on winter solstice 12/21/12. Always remember, folks, you heard it first.
So that came from the film 2012. Now this is from something else. I think it's.
Bancroft. He's one of the first founding Mets. You don't know what's Mets? How can you not know what Mets are? You're dressed like one.
Like I said, I'm from London.
The days with Methuselah were 969 years. So is Bancroft. He's over 360 years old.
See, so they're telling you, see, what she's talking about there is orbital speed of Saturn, actually. So they're always letting you know, you see, the not is more powerful than the word. But they assume, you see, you don't know this, you see. Which is what they not just assume, which is what they know. Now, I went in to watch Maleficent. I'm going to do a full breakdown on this. I went in to watch it, and funnily enough, as I went to watch it, right, you'll keep seeing these purple skies. This is what's coming. So they can keep showing it to you, because they want you to get used to it. That's how the programming works, pretty programming. Yeah, and then I went with my son to watch Maleficent, and I had to watch it in screen 9. Yeah, always going to be in screen 9. Now, what I want you to see is this. This is how I was saying earlier about this, the communication level is harder now between souls and artificial beings. It's harder, yeah, because the artificial matrix and construct will continually manifest itself to like a computer game, like what happens in the Matrix. I always remember this part in the Matrix. Neo's got one arm behind his back, and he's fighting the thing, and he's not even doing anything no more. Yeah, and things become really robotic, and you can just see through. That's what's happening here. You're starting to see through that these, what you call people, these beings, are only programs that keep saying the same things over and over again. Yeah, repetitive jargon. Yeah, in order to try and confirm this matrix, and to try and to not, in a way, they want to try and keep your magnetism. Keep you from accessing your magnetism in many ways is what they want to do. Yeah, because it keeps you in dense matter. And what that does is that keeps you in purgatory. So it keeps you in this reality in purgatory, and it keeps you having to continually keep going over the same things over and over again. They want you to get in the rut so you don't access your soul, so you can keep bouncing back here. When you leave this place, what will happen is if you don't access who you are, you will end up in limbo. You will get trapped. You will get trapped. You will think that you are still living when really you are in limbo. And that's what happens, and you will have to wait in order to come back again. You need to access the astral through your dreams and through meditation, so that you can access your astral bodies, so that you know that you are in an illusion. Now, please watch this. This is communication between the organic and the artificial, and this is our mother. This is a representative of Lilith, our mother in Maleficent. She's communication with the AI.
Flowers in your hair. I'm allergic. I'm so sorry. Oh no. It's all right. They're beautiful.
Presenting Maleficent.
Maleficent. It's wonderful to see you again. This is my father, King John of Ulster, and my mother, Queen Ingrid. Welcome to our home.
It's so very kind of you to invite me this evening. And I'd like to introduce you to dear Bob.
I trust you'll have no trouble finding me in the castle.
Why have I had trouble?
Think it's small trouble? What is it? No trouble at all.
Your Majesties, ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served.
Please, make yourselves at home.
Now that's the new Maleficent movie, right? There's lots in that, lots and lots in it, and that part that you've seen there, he said they lie. You see, everything is artificial. It's a joke. There's no seriousness there. So because she's not coming from this artificial construct, and everything they do is so robotic and not natural and unreal, they say that to her. Yeah, the guy he's saying to her, you have trouble getting here, and she says, trouble? What do you mean trouble? What do you mean by trouble? What's the trouble? And then the guy that she's with, who is the raven, actually, he's a raven, the blackbird. Yeah, but you see, within nature, it's all about transformation. She uses her magnetism, her magic, to be able to transmute him into a bird and into a man at the same time. Just like you can transmute into a matter being, into a more etheric being at the same time in matter. Yet he's guiding her in this situation with these artificial beings, and he lets her know that it's some type of talk. It's just the way that they speak in this artificial. They mean something different to what they say, and that is what we are starting to experience, because we are coming from the soul. So we are coming with authenticity. Yeah, I'm going to stop this video here and then finish the last board.